Thank you, Mr. Chairman. St. Louis and I rise to convene today's hearing to support the Biden administration's critical actions to combat climate change and improve the health of our communities. The administration has been advancing ambitious yet attainable standards to reduce polluting emissions from vehicles and improve public health. We have only a brief window to act to prevent the most severe consequences of climate change. Reducing emissions from the transportation sector is critical, as transportation is now the single largest source of greenhouse gas emissions in the United States. Vehicle emissions are also major contributors to unhealthy air quality. In fact, according to the American Lung Association, and I quote, as of 2020, medium and heavy-duty vehicles represent only 6% of the on-road fleet, but generate a staggering 59% of ozone and particle-forming emissions and 55% of the particle pollution. The negative effects of polluted air are disproportionately severe on Black, brown, and indigenous communities. Again, according to the American Lung Association, a person of color is 61% more likely than a white person to live in a community impacted by unhealthy air. We must take steps to reverse these troubling trends and clean up our communities through strong EPA regulations and enforcement. Under the leadership of President Biden, the EPA has proposed 2 rules that would keep billions of tons of pollutants from entering our atmosphere from a wide range of vehicles. According to the EPA, adoption of the emission standards proposed just for heavy-duty trucks would, among other benefits, produce, quote, up to $29 billion in benefits from fewer premature death and severe health effects, such as hospital admissions due to respiratory and cardiovascular illnesses. Today, however, as you hear fearmonger about these proposed rules, consider both Republicans' unwillingness to acknowledge and combat climate change and protect human health, and then also consider the messenger that they have chosen. Once again, the majority has invited a witness whose values are far outside the mainstream of this nation and inconsistent with our Constitution. Mr. Stephen Bradbury was an architect of the torture memos drafted under President George W. Bush to allow for the inhumane treatment of detainees abroad. According to the report of the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, and I quote, in May of 2005, Principal Deputy Assistant Attorney General Stephen Bradbury signed 3 memoranda that relied on information provided by the CIA that was inconsistent with the CIA's operational records. One of the memoranda examined, quote, U.S. obligations under the Convention Against Torture. That document approved 13 enhanced interrogation techniques, including nudity, walling, and the waterboard. These torture techniques did not do the work to make America safer. We're talking about something that's inhumane, despicable, and unjust, and a violation of human rights. While we're speaking about human rights, access to clean air is a human right. With their witness selection today, however, my Republican colleagues have once again shown that they are unable or unwilling to hold a serious conversation on climate change and how we can work together to build a healthier future for my folks in St. Louis and folks all across this nation. Thank you, and I yield back.